Hello everybody, my name is Andrei Cerba, back with another tutorial for you guys, and I'm gonna start out by saying sorry for the audio quality. I'm not using my regular microphone, so it may sound a little bit weird, but today I want to talk about how to draw a wolf. A couple of weeks back I drew this wolf right here, and people seem to like it. I've been thinking about making a tutorial on how to draw something similar to this. Not really a realistic wolf, but more of a stylized tattoo-looking wolf that you could, just draw for fun and like not not concern yourself too much with whether it's realistic or not. So we're also going to have this reference photo over here of an actual wolf. It's always useful to have a lot of reference photos so you can see like the ins and outs, I guess, of what an actual wolf looks like, or whatever it is that you're drawing. But let's get started, and I'm going to talk as I draw. So we're gonna draw over here in this area, just so that we have both the photorealistic, both the photo and the drawing as references. Whoa, wrong brush. I'm using a soft brush with an opacity pressure. So the one that I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that gets thicker. The opacity gets higher as you press the pen on the surface of the canvas. So we start out just by drawing a very odd looking circle, and we're going to start out by placing the main parts of the wolf's head, which is the ears. So now it could look like a cat or anything that has ears like this, but then we're gonna draw a line over here, dividing the circle in half horizontally and vertically to figure out where to place the eyes. Now the eyes are going to be somewhere around here. At this point it doesn't really matter, the sketch can be very, very loose and very, very rough. We're gonna, as we progress, we're going to refine it more and more. Maybe, indicate the eyes that give them a slightly more, slanted look, as if they were facing this direction. But we're gonna play around with that a little bit later. Now the nose, I'm going to place it over here, although if the wolf were to be facing us directly, it would probably be higher. But as you can see, the head is somewhat at this angle. So the ears are here, eyes are here, nose is here. This is a very poor example, but very simplified example. But as you can see, the head is rotated at this kind of angle. So the body would be like at a, I don't know, 120 degrees angle. But let's get back to drawing. Okay, so what you want to be careful with, I found myself, as I was drawing the original wolf, I found myself giving the snout to the nose, or the snout, or whatever you want to call it, making it too short. So I think it should actually be even lower. Yeah, and then make these parts connect. So give it kind of a light bulb shape. As you can see, this is the head, and then this is the lower part of the light bulb. And then maybe give it a slight indication of where the mouth will be, let's not forget the nose over here. And then the fur of the face kind of comes in this area. It kind of, you know, comes from this side and this side, and it meets over here, making kind of these tiny, you know, peaks or whatever. Now the eyes are going to imagine there's a line coming through the upper lid of the eye, connecting all the way down to the snout or the nose, and this would kind of form the three-dimensional form of the nose. So then the fur of the neck would come down in levels. So it's like, as you can see over here, it's like this. There's this one level, then there's this second level, and this third level. In a realistic photo of a wolf, you wouldn't really see them as defined. I mean, you can tell that there's a level over here and maybe another level over here, but they're not as defined. Being, you know, doing a drawing of this, we obviously have a lot more freedom, so we can just stylize it and make it the way we want to look. So let's just give it a rough, some rough lines over here. At this point, it kind of looks like a fox, more like a fox than a wolf. So I kind of want to refine these a little bit, make them the ears a little bit smaller. And kind of make the fur go around the ears, so behind the ears, and kind of peek out and meet these the cheeks, or, you know, I don't really know what to call them. I'm using the eraser tool at the same time to kind of you know, redefine certain areas that I'm not very happy with. Define the cheekbone a little bit over here. I'm gonna play around with the eyes a little more at this point. I want to make them visible. So again, eraser and then brush once again. I'm switching from the keyboard with the E and B keys. Okay, and now another level for the fur to go down. See, this is what I was talking about. The nose kind of looks like it's too short for some reason. Let's just make it really rough. It doesn't really matter if it looks good. We're gonna go through another phase of the sketch, and we're gonna define it better. But we just want to get the main details in. Let's give it some pupils, and as a very rough initial sketch, I'm quite happy with it. Maybe accentuate, or you know, make these even more. While I'm drawing, I'm constantly looking at this, and then at this, and then I'm kind of making a mental map in my head of what it should look like. And then as I put each line down, I check very quickly with my eyes to both of these reference photos. That is why the reference photos are very important, and you have to have as many of them as possible. But for me, I feel like 2 of them is plenty. Is plenty enough. Okay. Uh, once again, the cheekbones, make them stand out a little bit. And wolves don't really have eyebrows, but you can kind of indicate this area. As you can see over here, it looks like he's kind of like frowning or like kind of bored. But those aren't really eyebrows, but you can play around with the lines in this area so that you know, to make it look like there's something going on over there. Now I'm going to slightly erase the entire picture at a lower opacity so that I can go over it one more time and add more detail. I'm going to select the two reference photos and make them smaller. Not that small though. Yeah, about that size is good. I'm going to place them again to the sides of the drawing, and I'm going to zoom out a little more. And I'm going to go over it once again, and I'm going to do this in time lapse and kind of explain it after I go through with it. So as you can see, going through the entire drawing once again, there's a pretty big difference, because once you have the base of it, the initial sketch, you can already tell what you've done wrong. You can already tell where you need to improve certain areas, and I'm going to do that once again in just a little bit. But at this point, the eyes, I noticed that there was this angle going on, like the eye was should be kind of at this at this angle, and with the iris over here and the pupil over here. Well, I don't know which one the iris is and the pupil is at this point. I can't really focus on that right now, but yeah, and make the lines of the eyes, as you can see over here. I think I overdid it in this drawing, but make them, you know, kind of connect, not all the way, but connect with the nose, and you know, make it give it an indication that there's this platform over here, and then it goes like this. So think three-dimensionally as you draw this, you know, and you could picture these kind of lines all over the place, you know, like this, and then over here it goes like this. You could map the entire head with lines like this to make it three-dimensionally in your mind. You don't have to draw them, but it's very helpful to imagine where these lines come, so that you can make it look like you know, it's popping out of the canvas or paper or whatever it is that you're drawing on. But in this case, it's a digital canvas. So what I notice at this point is that I'm drawing it in a more realistic manner than I did over here. So I kind of want to keep that stylized look. So I'm gonna take the liberty to make these angles more rough and less furry looking. And over here, I'm gonna slightly erase this once again and give it kind of this stylized look with this really angular line with slight protrusions or whatever of this, almost as if it's one of those lines, you know, when it's when you're in the hospital and it's like toot, toot. Yeah, you get my point, I hope. And I'm gonna make this one a little lower, and I'm gonna do the same thing. like I did over there. It does look a little different than the original drawing that I did, but there's nothing wrong about that, because I'm going for a more original look. Now, at the beginning of this drawing, I said that there's a tendency to make the nose a little too high, and right now I think I want to put it a little even lower, and maybe make this one bigger, the nose bigger. The lips, or the, in quotes, lips, because I'm not sure wolves really have lips, but what would be considered the lips of the wolf are black, or of a darker color anyway, so make sure you take note of that. And they have these dots over here, and then whiskers coming out of them. I think I drew the eyes a little too big, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase them and go through with them again, keeping in mind that they should be at an angle, slanting towards the nose. And this one as well. Something feels kind of odd about it, but at this point it doesn't really matter. And once again, indicate the cheekbones. Give it another level of furriness over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase it once again slightly, and then go through the entire drawing once again, adding even more detail. Okay, so now that we've done that we've gone through with it once again and added even more detail and made it even more refined, yeah, you can see it's pretty much, it looks a lot like the original at this point, only slightly different. Maybe, you know, you can add, what I like about this type of design is that you can add whatever, you know, if you want to add some kind of symbol on his forehead, whatever, a moon or whatever, whatever it is that you want to add. And in the original, I kind of gave this stripe, this dark stripe over his head, but you know, it can be anything. So you can play around with this in many directions, as long as you pay attention to the important details that make it look like a wolf. You know, once again, start with a round shape, then add some ears, then, you know, make sure that that the nose is not too high, that you're not putting the nose over here, or, you know, oh, I forgot to add some whiskers. And then, you know, these dots and the lips, making them darker, the whiskers, as I almost forgot just now, the eyes with the slanted angle, you know, all of these things, the fur on his neck, you know, coming down in levels, all of these things you can play around and, you know, make your own design. So what I'm going to encourage you to do and ask of you to do, give you some homework, try to draw a similar wolf design and send it to me on Twitter or Facebook. I would love to see if any of you guys take the time to do that. And, you know, it would be a nice little exercise for you, whether you do it on paper or in Photoshop or whatever software it is that you're using. I'd love to see the results, so do that. But that will be it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment saying, you know, what you would like me to do a tutorial on next, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.